to the Fitterest Show with your host, Christopher Allen, where we explore the art of mind and body conditioning. As we enter into week 6 or 7, all the days, weeks seem to blur together. This week we're going to talk about exercise and mental fitness. Now, most of us know that a sedentary lifestyle contributes to chronic health conditions such as obesity and increased risk of diabetes, heart disease, and even cancer. But how often do you think about the link between physical exercise and your mental health? From easing symptoms of depression and anxiety to keeping your memory sharp, there's no shortage of mental and psychological benefits of exercise. And in this episode, we're going to take a look at some of those key benefits of physical activity and the impact that they have on one's overall mental health and fitness. So let's dive in. Now, we generally know that a walk on a nice sunny day or a trip to the gym improves our mood in the short term. Exercise is well known, stimulate the body, produce endorphins, the body's natural feel-good hormones, which make problems seem a little more manageable. The simple act of focusing on exercise can give us a break from current concerns and damaging self-talk. Furthermore, depending on the activity, people may benefit from calming exercises. They can get energized just to be outside and interact with others, all of which are known to, in general, improve mood and general health. There does seem to be a pretty clear impact that the mind has on the body, and actually vice versa. Where the mind goes, the body follows. The two are inextricably linked. A person's state of mind actually affects the functionality of their body, and issues of the body impacts the person's mental function. Thus, what benefits the body often also benefits the mind to some extent. There is definitely increased evidence that suggests that exercise is not only necessary for the maintenance of good mental health, but it can be used to treat even chronic mental illnesses. For example, it's now clear that exercise reduces the likelihood of depression and also maintains mental health as we age. On the treatment side, exercise appears to be as good as existing pharmacological interventions across a different range of conditions, from depression, dementia, anxiety, and could even reduce cognitive issues in schizophrenia. So, let's take a look at 5 key benefits of physical exercise on your mental fitness. Number 1 is help in combating depression and anxiety. So exercise is, again, scientifically proven mood booster. It decreases the symptoms of both depression and anxiety. Exercise kicks up endorphin levels, that feel-good chemical hormone produced in the brain that produces feelings of happiness, more euphoria. Even just moderate exercise throughout the week can improve depression and anxiety, so much so that some doctors recommend trying out an exercise regimen for those conditions before turning to any medication, which is incredibly smart and insightful for those doctors. If your doctor's not looking, in my personal opinion, at diet and lifestyle first, might be time to find a new doctor. So anxiety, what is it? It's really characterized as kind of an irrational sense of dread or fear that may be excessive given the identified cause and with the situation that you're in. So one thing about exercise is when you're having anxiety about a particular thing, what exercise does is it essentially disrupts the processes of the condition in the brain. The reactions to the triggers can become much easier to cope with. Even, again, small instances of exercise, short walk, getting outside, doing some jumping jacks, swimming, can have a pretty quick impact on the person's anxiety and maybe even an easy way for them to combat a potential anxiety attack. Some therapists who actually treat patients with anxiety prescribe exercise and physical activity much in the same way they prescribe medication. It's part of the therapeutical response to reduce the impact of anxiety. And not only are there fewer side effects to exercise, but it can have a similar effect to the medications sometimes prescribed in the past. Depression, as a mental health condition, can intersect with both physical and psychological disorders. It's more than, again, just feeling sad. It can actually impact a person's thought process, their behavior, and actions over a long period of time. But again, many of the benefits of exercise that impact those with depression that find most useful is its increase in endorphins. This, again, euphoric kind of happy chemical is one that has its levels affected by depression, so anything that safely reverses those effects, even temporarily, can be beneficial. Exercise helps a person combat the stress-induced triggers of depressive episodes, too. There was a study by Rutgers University that found that exercising twice a week caused significant reduction in depression symptoms, and regular exercise may be a more appealing option to those with depression who are wary of seeking medical attention, which is the majority of people impacted. There's also some studies that show that exercise can treat mild to moderate depression as effectively as antidepressant medication, but without, of course, any of the side effects. One more recent study was done at Harvard in the School of Public Health that found that running for just 15 minutes a day or walking for about an hour reduces the risk of major depression by 26%. Just going for a walk, 26% reduction. In addition to relieving depression symptoms, research also shows that maintaining an exercise schedule can prevent you from relapsing. So exercise is a pretty powerful depression fighter on a number of fronts. It promotes all kinds of changes in the brain, including neural growth, reduced inflammation, newly activated patterns that promote feelings of calm, well-being, endorphin release. It also, through those endorphins, help energize your spirit and help make you feel better. And finally, exercise can also serve as a distraction, just taking your mind away from whatever you might be worrying about, whatever you might be focusing on, allowing you to find a little bit of quiet time to break out of the cycle of negative thoughts that kind of feed into any anxiety or depression. So that's number one. Number two, decreased stress. So another benefit of exercise is reduced stress levels, something that can not only make us all happier, help increase your heart rate, can actually reverse stress-induced brain damage by stimulating the production of neurohormones like norepinephrine, which not only improve cognition and mood, but improve thinking that might be clouded by stressful or obsessive events. Exercise also forces the body's central and sympathetic nervous systems to communicate with one another, improving the body's overall ability to respond to stress. Many people do stress over trying to fit exercise into their schedules. That is a little bit of the irony in that people stress over finding time to do the things that will eliminate or remove stress. A little ironic. But stress is, unfortunately, a part of normal everyday life. But it can absolutely be managed with the right methods. With exercise, a person can redirect some of their stress into the activity itself and express it in a non-destructive way. I find this all the time at the gym. I find the phrase, the gym is far cheaper than a therapist. It really helps. Exercise helps to soothe that psychological and physical effects of any stress. It's a big, big stress reliever for myself. Physically, tension in the body that's caused by stress can just be alleviated through movement, stretching, activity, physical exercise, sweating, and psychologically, it also prompts the production of certain neurological hormones that can have their own effect. Cortisol, as an example, is often referred to as a stress hormone because it can affect a person's sleep habits, induce sugar cravings and junk food cravings, weaken the immune response and memory, and also cause adipose fat retention when found in high levels. So the brain's resistance to stress and stress triggers can also be bolstered through regular exercise, which can make it easier for a person to deal with any stressful situations. When people feel stress and are under stress, they also exhibit a number of kind of physical symptoms. Their muscles may tense up. They may feel neck or maybe back pain. They also could have increased blood pressure, kind of problems with insomnia and sleeping, heartburn, stomach ache, could have digestive issues. And these physical symptoms then cause even more stress because the person is stressing now about the stress's impact on their body, which kind of creates this vicious cycle between your mind and body. And exercise is an effective way to kind of break up that cycle. In addition to releasing the endorphins that we talked about in the brain, the feel-good hormone chemical, physical activity also helps to relax the muscles and relieve tension in the body, put the muscles under stress, and then the muscles relax and recover. And since the body and mind are again so closely linked, when your body feels better, so too will your mind. A third way that exercise can impact positively your mental fitness is increased self-esteem, increased self-confidence. Now, from improving endurance to losing weight, increasing muscle tone and lean muscle mass, there's no shortage of physical achievements that come from regular exercise. And all of those can also add up to a huge boost to self-esteem and self-confidence. You may not set out for better fitting clothes or a better physique or the ability to do more cardiovascular exercise, but oftentimes, before you realize it, it's one of the many benefits of physical activity that boost your body and your mind. So regular activity is kind of like an investment, right? You're putting an investment into your mind, into your body, and you build that up, and when it becomes a habit, which we talked earlier about in early episodes, it can foster your sense of self-worth and make you feel strong and powerful. You'll actually feel better about your appearance, how you look, how you feel, how you carry yourself, how you stand, how you walk, all of those things. By meeting even small exercise goals, these don't have to be massive transformations. Little nuanced changes, you'll feel this sense of achievement. So exercise actually makes you look better. And when we aren't happy with the way we look, we start to develop body image issues. Everybody's got them. Everybody knows their flaws. Everybody's quick to point out in their own mind where their body issues are, and it can lead to lower self-esteem. Therefore, when we aren't happy with the way we look, we aren't happy with the people and who we are, we know that's not us. And that negative self-talk can become overwhelming and influencing our actions. And exercise has that ability to help, again, slowly, over time, transform your body and boosting that self-confidence. Exercise also makes you just physically stronger. And physical strength can often just give you mental strength. When you see what your body's able to achieve, and again, this could be, you ran a mile in 20 minutes, you ran a mile in 15 minutes. That's a huge 25% improvement. Your confidence starts to soar. Exercise really shows you what is possible. When you put an effort into meeting your goals, again, this is through physical activity, but when you meet those goals, every day you work out, your body grows stronger, and it gives you nearly immediate results for your hard work, especially if you're just starting to work out. The changes come quickly. And when you're able to lift heavier weights or run further, achieve harder exercises, stress your cardiovascular a little bit without much effort, you get a feeling like, man, I can do anything. This is awesome. Along those same lines, exercise also gives you a sense of accomplishment. Because exercise, again, steady results over time, is all about setting and achieving a series of goals, right? It's about having a plan, having a strategy, and then executing on the plan. Again, maybe you start out with just hoping to walk for 20 minutes every day. Then it becomes 30 minutes, and then your pace, it's still 30 minutes, but your pace goes up, so the calories burned, the steps taken are greater. And then maybe you graduate to running and jogging for a mile a day. Then maybe you're running several miles a week and lifting heavier weights and doing more resistance training. You may be losing weight or improving stamina or developing greater endurance, but the net result is you're setting up goals, you're knocking them down, you're killing it, and you're accomplishing those goals. In exercise, even with those small successive goals, there's always an opportunity to set your sights higher and meet new goals. Each time you succeed, you get more empowered. You get that sense of accomplishment. You put another goal out there and you go after it, improving your self-confidence. Again, continuing with the same theme, exercise makes you smarter. You've accomplished all of these goals. Exercise feeds your brain. It helps to feed oxygen and nutrients to your brain, improving your cognitive function overall. How do you feel after you exercise? Yeah, you're tired, but man, you feel good. I know when I go to the gym, it's probably my most creative time ever because I'm not on my phone, I'm not sitting in front of a computer, I'm not being bombarded by 50 different things. I'm just exercising and giving my mind a rest. And again, after you're working out, you have to feel energized and alert. You generally feel more of that than you are sluggish. Yeah, you might be tired, but you're more alert. You're generally more focused overall. You're better able to understand and complete whatever task at hand is next. And in that improved mental function and focus will help you to complete your goals again more efficiently, not just physical goals. The sense of accomplishment carries over into any task that you put in front of you. And again, it comes back to then improving your self-confidence. So exercise, again, helps us to build our self-esteem by improving the condition of our bodies. Even if you don't necessarily lose a ton of weight or you massively transform your body, you are going to strengthen and tone your body, making it more firm. And seeing these results, and they might be small, those jeans might fit just a little bit better, but you will know. And seeing those kinds of results can make you feel better about the way you look and bolster that self-confidence. Number 4 on the list of how exercise improves your mental fitness is better sleep. If you have trouble getting a good night's sleep, exercise can absolutely help with that. Physical activity in general increases your body temperature, which can have a calming effect on the mind, leading to just better sleep. Exercise also helps regulate your circadian rhythm, our body's this built-in alarm clock that controls when we feel tired, when we feel alert. And obviously, after you exercise, usually it's in the morning. They don't usually recommend like exercising vigorously right before bedtime. But as you exercise in the morning or afternoon, it can help regulate your sleep patterns overall. And in general, your body then uses that sleep to repair the muscle tissue and help you feel better, stronger over time. And number 5, the last way that exercise can boost your mental fitness is through, in general, improved memory and cognitive function. From kind of building intelligence to just strengthening memory and recall, exercise helps boost brain power in a number of ways. There have been a number of studies on mice and humans that indicate that cardiovascular exercise creates new brain cells. It's a process called neurogenesis and improve overall brain performance. It also helps to prevent cognitive decline and memory loss by strengthening the part of the brain that's responsible for memory and learning, which is the hippocampus. And those same studies also show that physical activity boosts creativity and mental energy. Again, I feel that in a big way when I work out. I let my mind just kind of wander and I get much of my creativity and my creative thoughts either toward the end of a workout, during a workout, or right after the workout, or that night after the workout. So if you're in need of some inspiration, your big ideas could just be a workout session away. And those same endorphins that make you feel better also help you concentrate and feel just mentally sharp for tasks at hand. Exercise can also stimulate the growth of new brain cells and helps prevent age-related decline. So in general, improving your memory, improving cognitive function, exercise can definitely positively contribute to both of those. So in summary, regular exercise can have a hugely positive impact on depression, anxiety, even ADHD, and more. It relieves stress, improves your memory, helps you sleep better, and boosts your overall mood. And you don't have to be a fitness fanatic or an advanced elite athlete to reap these benefits. Most research shows that modest amounts of exercise can absolutely make a difference. Doesn't matter what your age is, what your fitness level is, you can absolutely learn to use exercise as a powerful tool to feel better. In fact, there's been more robust evidence to suggest that exercise is not only necessary for the maintenance of good mental health, but it can be used to even treat chronic illness. It's now clear that exercise reduces the likelihood of depression and maintains stronger mental health even as we age. And finally, exercise directly impacts the brain because regular exercise increases the volume of certain regions in the brain, in part through better blood supply that improves neuron health by improving the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to the brain. So lots of positive impacts. Bottom line, get out there, keep exercising, start moving your body, and you'll see not only benefits on the physical side and improvements that will improve your physical endurance, but also on the mental side, your self-confidence, self-esteem, creativity will also improve. Best of both worlds. We'll talk to you next week. With that, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to listen to The Fitterest Show. You can follow us on Instagram at Fitterest Mind Body and on Twitter at Fitterest Mind. If you enjoyed this episode, please send it to a friend or subscribe to make sure you don't miss any future episodes of The Fitterest Show. My name is Christopher Allen, and make it a magical day.